favored.
Well, Flash going down deep to start it up. We've already got the barriers up and a fight about to come through. Jogamo, although we'll give up that control, start to slowly fall back towards the A site. Stacked up as it is, though, I think it's fair to say FUT are leaning in towards the very site that EG want them to hit. Very, very close, just on the edge of that smoke. Boostio, though, has managed to sneak right by them, and it'll obliterate from behind on short. 3 kills and 2 players left in the bathroom. The spike down in the open, and this round already in the hands of EG. Look at the repositioning from Calm. I think he might just rob away the potential for that ace to come through. Oh, he's missed the shot, though. Maybe a chance. I don't want to see him get the kill. I want to see Boostio go for the fight, but Calm's being pressured. He won't give up his life for the ace.
Had a captain. He's going up against a full lineup of players. He's not going to get himself ready for whatever is planned. Like, the whole idea there is to pop Flash straight through the smoke, using that KO. For now, at least. Early pop flash. I like it. Pop flash through in towards showers. Try and find any early aggression. Instead, it's going to be in towards lamps. This is just classics, though, Mitch. Like, realistically, any damage here is a win.
Yeah, that's why you see the utility thrown out, just trying to push these players into an uncomfortable fight, or even make them go down to the util alone. Oh, no, there it is. The nade with the double. Serious damage done. That pretty much neuters any possibility for these weaker
away from that controller and pick up that raise, as we see on the likes of Split. He can have a little bit more fun, be that a little bit enough to buy an operator into the next round, but this time out they haven't opted for it. Actually just sprinting straight down. I don't know how they managed to win this early fight with the weaker weaponry, but they're going to be very happy with that one.
Poison's off.
See how much Jogamo can get done. Oh, he's gone out wide. Nade up top. It's bouncing back, and, well, it's not even playing a role in that. Somehow the Stinger wins out the fight, and EG are looking phenomenal in a round that they should have been able to do some damage in, and instead they're in a 4 versus 1. An ambitious play from Jogamo, and it works out.
They've witnessed the Guardian on the other side. It seems Moj has some ideas of his own. Jogamo, however, is already going to take a lot of early space and do a little bit of damage through. Oh, not again.
Of course, Boostio up close, and the flash doesn't even catch him. And the spam's good enough to take one down. Then look who steps up, and look who steps back down. Boostio very quickly dealt with.
Oh,
the spike's in the open. Can be defended. That push up from Maj, the one weapon they have to work with now. A few more on their hands potentially, but Ethan through the teleporter he goes, and the reward is tenfold. They know where Maj is, and the Seeker only confirms it even further, locking him into a box. 8 bullets left in that magazine. We look to reload it. Well, he's going to have to fairly soon. Snakebite out, player caught, but no punish. And all the while, it's a slow flank from Demon One, biding his time. With the spike picked up, Maj will look to go elsewhere, but look who's there. It's Ethan.
Able to win a lot of those early duels. I think you see the confidence coming through from Boostio, attempting to try and push through that smoke. Again, like we've already seen FUT
go in their way. Even with the economic damage they just received, it's not enough to really deter them, to really put a dent in this side. And as we can see, operator in play. Demon One has a TP set up and looks to use it for an early pick. No opportunities given yet, but if Maj wants to cross back, well, it depends. Demon One's given up the angle.
So they've used the knife early in towards B long, maybe expecting that that's where he'll be. And that knife not finding him, while the bullet landing in Maj's head will instead give them that information. It seems like FUT had an idea of how to counter him, just guessed the wrong place.
A lot of utility put out here. I think they're certainly getting the read on this B-side play on the way through. It's going to be ignored as Kiwi makes it to the site. A flank attempted around through elbow that's being caught. Jogamo.
What?
Showstopper got nothing, but the rifle gets 2, and the nade.
Spraying, but it works out. I think he does most damage to himself through the Molotov, and it's just ridiculous. Demon One still yet to die, by the way. And the ult's starting to build up for FUT. Maybe there's something they can send into this round. A Showstopper, Orbital Strike, or Viper's Pit for post. If they can get into a position, top flashing through the smoke early in the round, but just look how passively the defenders are. They know what's online. They know the ults are available. They're not looking to get in those sort of fights.
Oh, that snake bite actually got very close to Cracks as the smoke went down. That could have been bad. Kiwi even got tagged up, down vulnerable. Now he's out with the Showstopper in hand. Jogamo again, able to take 2 before falling. The damage done with Kiwi and Cracks so very, very low. Okay. And looks like Maj just joined the club. Sure, they've got the sight, they've done the damage in Viper's Pit. Now that could be the difference maker for Maj. 56 HP, staying alive inside of it will be a real challenge. He's managed to buy himself a bit of time, but there goes the Orbital Strike, and there goes the Viper's Pit. Cracks left on his own, and with the Sheriff in hand, he stands no chance of taking down the Demon. That is Demon 1.
Oh. Oh. How dare you? How dare you? Twitter's going to go wild at that one. Sorry, X, or whatever it's called now.
People are going to be reposting that all day.
Yeah, they're going to be reposting it. A bold call. I understand it. Maybe starting to feel a little bit desperate. Jorgamo as well. You could just see it. Every single fight he takes. 6-0. Still yet to die. And that's with... Even with these risky pushes, he's even expecting the players on the other side. Timing, it's everything, but finally, he'll be put in the grave. Moj not falling for the same tricks as the last round.
Yeah, holding the pixel angle and finally giving him his first death. Demon 1 dealt with in round 7. But there's plenty more facets to this squad, and Jogamo being right behind you is certainly one of them. Oh. He's got his way up behind the entire team. He's spotted though. Cracks knew that he was there. Blast pack good though. Throws off Maj's aim. And with some support from Boostio's gone running through the wall. They've managed to drop the spike. Got some decent control. The flash coming in, an aid on the back of it. And they are seizing control over this spike. It's not going to be given up, not today. Even running through a nade. They'll get Jogamo his 3rd of the round. And a captain with a 1v2 to clutch out. Orbital Strike online, but he's stunned up. 1 HP. And around the corner he goes. He's made it out. And with a post-planned Orbital Strike, maybe he still has a chance.
Tagged by the Tiger.
3 seconds left.
I thought he was dead to rights. Very nearly was. He'll get himself into an afterplant. It would be one hell of a way to finally take themselves around, but he's up against Com. All reliable. Someone who has been devastating to them in the first map, repositioning in towards the defender's spawn, just basically waiting as he wraps all the way back around. The fact is, time is not on the side of Com. He can't really take this one slow because that Orbital Strike is going to buy a lot off the clock, and that's all that a captain is playing for. Just waiting those extra few seconds. He's going to get caught a little bit. He can't go anywhere near that snake bite, though. And now the time ticking so low. At a captain, he can't move. He's got to wait for at least a second, but the time is already gone. He'll be able to win it. The 1 HP Red Bull clutch
is on the board for FUT, coinciding with the first death of Demon 1. Jogamo put his back into that round.
He deserved the round win.
He did. That not just that second kill, but here he sees a nade, hears it coming towards. Imagine taking down Evil Geniuses, the #1 American seed, would be a huge accomplishment.
Oh, this is
ulti. Mr. Fallen's decided against it, but now they've seen the player close. It is going to go right back to that defaulted plan. And a lot of players caught up, but still Demon 1 is ready on this angle, and the shot, a rare miss for Demon 1. An opportunity for his opponents to capitalize on him with Ethan falling. They've just locked the defenders into hookah. B-side is theirs.
They know that there's a couple of players in here, but knowing and dealing with them is a different thing altogether. The problem is that no command online, the tour de force, isn't currently available. Cracks is already going to pick off one, but they know who the other player remaining is. Moj on a nasty lurk is going to pick off Boostio. A chance for this clutch, a 2 versus 5. Looks slim, but the fact is the finances on EG are not bad. They could risk throwing a couple of players in here, but they might just back away to hold on to the guns.
Well, that might not be too easy. Let's check Maj's position. Demon 1 caught off guard. Ulti down, so too is the rifle. And the saving going to be very limited for the side of EG. This is a great response from FUT. I don't think it could have went much better in that round, especially Demon 1 having that whiff to start it off, missing the shot, then removing his ultimate altogether. That has certainly set them up for success. Timer ticking low towards the end of the round. That spike detonating as we speak. And they haven't...
And as said, for the other side of things, it's not really any problems. Demon 1 is going to invest back into that operator, so he'll have that for this round. Okay, light shields, but that's never really some ultimates to play with. The Nightfall, no command used in the prior round, and again, we're going to see the aggressive flash. I like the fact that you can see Adacaptain actively backing away at this stage. He does have the spike, though, so that might be the reason.
Yeah, don't think you're going to want to go swinging in there, especially when you'll expect Demon 1 to be around every corner at this point. He's been repositioning round after round. This time just sat on back B site. FUT maybe sensing it. They're on their way to A. They've chosen the right site. It's lighter. The FUT setup from Maj going to allow them to creep up close. Not just the wall, but also the orb that's in play. And, well, Maj has just taken down Boostio. That's going to prompt Calm to get out of town. Move towards the spawn and play the retake with the rest of his squad, and that's exactly what he's doing.
An early advantage. Potential showstopper for the retake, but utility has been used to hold them back a little longer. A couple of flashes still for Cracks. Unusual to see that this late into the round, so definite potential, but we are going to see the lamps being cleared. The timing doesn't work out, though. And a captain finding another Kiwi, ever crisp, and Demon 1 almost just having to look for exit frags. He's eventually given the fight, but Kiwi takes his head from his shoulders, leaving just Ethan to stop this one being another flawless. He will. But other than that, FUT, they have found their footing in this game, starting to build back in.
That's what it's all about on the attacking side, just finding your legs. Timeout as they'll gather themselves up ahead of this. I mean, look, it could be an equalized half if things keep going this way. And you're seeing Kiwi with the confidence to try to close this one out on an 8-4 half. It wouldn't be a bad score. We'll see. As we said, still potential for them in this one here. And even with Demon 1 on the Classic, you know that Headhunter is in play. Not right now for 4 seconds, but after that.
It's patient, though, from FUT. Not overextending, not giving anything away. And with those smokes, the Brimmy smokes being burnt out over on that defensive side, they're basically just waiting, not wanting to get caught off. We've already seen the shenanigans of Boostio around this close position. Looking like just waiting to see if anybody will make a mistake. The Tiger going through, clearing out. It doesn't leave too many positions still available for them to be in, with the flashes going out long at the same time. Nice counter nade, but it's Jorgamo to take the majority of the damage. I think most of that was just off the Viper wall.
That same wall on the defensive side going up now to block them out. Jorgamo lost his life, tried to peek in for info towards the A site. He's gone down with the wall still up. It's robbing them of info. EG might think that there's already players crept up on A, making their way in through the site, and, well, they'd be right if that was where their minds went. Having fallen back a bit, Boostio sold that they're not still holding this angle, but Calm has got a spot of his own. Up top hasn't been spotted, and he'll actually delay the plant. He's tucked away. Oh, not quite fully around the corner. Kiwi's able to deal with him, and it looks like that plant is going to come through eventually. It's not needed.
It almost wins them the round. Like, the time was getting devastatingly close. If he's able to just survive that little bit longer, maybe even get back around the corner, this could have been a problem. And bear in mind, a few weapons at that, although the finances of FUT are fantastic. And now they get that operator back into play, full purchase. See if they can now turn this into a round victory, because if FUT can even things up, they are definitely in the driver's seat.
So 2 rounds left to play for in the half. EG, as we said, are looking for that 8-round scoreline. They didn't fully buy up last round. They did some good damage, competed for the round, and even cost FUT some of their big ultimates, some of their utility. Now as we move into round number 11, this is where they look to capitalize on all the work done before. Very passive stance. A lot of the Sky utility from Ethan's being used to lock down control, even over Bathroom late into the round. We've seen the Tiger go through. But Ethan spotted players on B long this time. And that might put a spanner in the works for the side of FUT. They wanted to sneak up and get close. Now as they look to move in towards this B site, even with the knife thrown over on A, they're going to be expecting that this is a B play.
Yeah, especially with the flash. That's why these sky flashes are so vital. Just trying to find any information. 35 seconds left, and the nade will be comboed. Looking to come out hookah. There are a multitude of players waiting here, and now Captain has been able to get that orbital strike online. Molly into the corner. They could just try and clear this player out of the tube, but instead, they're going to go doubling back. Demon 1 now about to be under pressure, just having to jump out of position. He can't quite correct the aim in time. FUT again are going to get their entry, and Captain is just tearing this side apart. Kiwi so aware of the flank coming through as well. It is meticulous.
That flash comes through, I think they were all aligned. They knew the game plan. The fact that Captain is able to not just drop Demon 1 after his first kill, the ultimate putting him out of the final round.
I think the thing to focus on as well is how Mr. Fallen and Krax are constantly using their initiator utility to sell ideas. You'll see a knife land from the other side of the map. Prowler sent through one, but it's on a lurk. And then you just have Moj constantly placing in here. Nice work from Ethan, though. And he does have some support. He doesn't even need it. This man seems to be the master of the SMGs. It was the Stinger in the last map, the Spectre in this one. And after a 5-round streak, this is the best chance they've had. But Demon 1 will again go amiss as Mr. Fallen has managed to take him down.
But look at what the weaponry that EG have brought in. 2 judges that'll have to retake if they lose this B side. I mean, they've got to maintain control. Orbital strike in play, it's causing problems. Ethan's going to be dropped after the one, but Krax went down to the ulti. Boostio still holding strong on the side, buys them a little bit more time, and now it's those judges from before. The nade in good position, but he can't follow through. It forces him out of his spot into the open, but that's not good enough with a judge in hand. 4 bullets. Mr. Fallen needs to swap that over. He knows where that player is coming from now at least, so the plant can be found. I like the... Oh. Sorry, I was going to say I liked Calm's idea to reposition down through long and grab one of the weapons. Instead, he is going all the way around.
It's definitely the least expected of all of the options. I don't think there's any world where Mr. Fallen is watching back towards the spawn. This is the most 5-head play I think I've ever seen. There's no reason for Mr. Fallen to begin to check this, but it has come into his head that this could be the chance! FUT have leveled it at the break.
A 6-6 scoreline. This started out convincingly in EG's favor, and now starting to slip away an ace even to close this one out. As we said, the judges on the retake, they have net as much power as they did before, and 6 straight rounds. Let's talk about momentum. It's certainly in the field of FUT right now. So let's see if EG can change things up, if their attack is where they'll find a lot more success. You never know after what FUT just displayed for us there.
Well, that's the thing with EG. They've been very good at when they need to pick up the rounds, they do. We saw the streak back in the last map, and they still closed it out in overtime. The last round is what they took, and instead, FUT could be set up here for a 2-0 victory if they'd managed to close out that comeback. Instead, though, again, a tentative start from either side, patiently watching for any aggression, but it is, again, passive, patient. Kiwi watching. Sheriff just trying to boom heads on the other side, and instantly all of the Viper utility goes up, the smokes raining down from above, and an attempted plant as the spam comes through, but it doesn't look like there'll be a denial this time.
Nope. No way to stop that spike from being planted. EG had some ideas to go aggressive afterwards, but they've fallen back into defaults. Nice crossfire to play with Jogamo. First point of contact, and then the swings come in, but he went a little too wide. No one able to trade out on that. FUT managed to find themselves a duel for free. Calm under pressure as well. Players starting to get close to him towards the bath. Now another for FUT as they desperately try to hold on to control. EG are just being pushed back. Hardly any damage being done by this squad as FUT steamroll in the pistol and find a 7.
Yeah, they do have to get themselves the defusal, okay, you know, and Kiwi taking his time to go back and get himself that orb. Maybe something flawless from a 5v5 retake. It's not something that really comes with high expectations. Something else that might be surprising as well, though, is that with that plant, invested heavily, even though you might see a classic onto Demon 1, that is all in on Headhunter bullets, and the rest have gone for those stingers.
Well, they're certainly grouping up, trying to use the numbers advantage to their favor, but they've lost Boostio to begin. Jogamo down to 45, still able to get 2! You've got to be joking! This guy running around, grabbing a heel, somehow not dealt with there, and then he's looking to fight. Long range with a stinger on Damage. Now low HP, pressured from every which side. Still somehow clinging on to life, but that doesn't last too much longer. EG, 7 rounds in a row they lost, and this is the one that they...
It's the supportive flashbangs. The pop over the top here from Ethan that made those 2 of the freest kills for Jorgamo's choice. And now, well, again, it's going to be the low investment coming out from FUT, a real chance to finally get themselves a lead in this map, and instead now they're just getting mowed down. Com with a double. Not really a chance to retrieve any weaponry.
Man, look at that. The close is the international stage. Everyone's been doing it since. That is ridiculous. Another tally down there in the crowd, please. That one was straight through the smoke.
Yeah, big start to the round as well. Bear in mind that even though the finances are great for EG, this still somewhat works as a bonus. A few weaker weapons in play, and the risk taken to get the orb definitely not paying off. Kiwi up top, up close. Something that you can definitely spam for. It's not going to be through a smoke, but it definitely could be through a wall if they are looking to try and clear this spot. The execution looking inevitable, and the information seemingly there. It's in with a showstopper and out of the round for Kiwi.
Not a bad trade, though, being able to take Jogamo down just as the trigger was pressed. So FUT, they're behind only by 1 on the way back through. Post-plant setup is strong, though. EG grouping up inside of Lamps. That could cause major problems. Nade down in the corner. It's trying to clear out players into the open, but it's Boostio to find that frag instead. Great flash, but somehow they're still on top of it. Cracks and Mr. Fallen, both finding kills. The spike now can be tapped to bait these players into the open. Ethan will be caught as the wall drops, but not eliminated, even with a Spectre. He wins out that fight, and with 40 HP, Mr. Fallen surely is down and out of this round. Great damage, but the time too far gone.
Yeah, he's just going to have to leave that one, unfortunately. He's been having a great few rounds. We expected this one to be the defender's paradise for FUT, but the early battles going in their direction, and then just the effective trade-outs coming through. The weaker weapons never a deterrent for players like Shields. For now, at least, it still sits in his hand.
Oh, what a shot by Demon One. Another as he follows up, and he's standing strong, baiting Kiwi in for more. 3 quick kills. And EG have put this one to bed. The crowd demanding an ace from this man. You know what? The other 2 opponents are on the right side. Maybe he's got a chance.
Yeah, the rest of the team are actually pushing in the other direction. It just depends if there is going to be that rotation for him, just a chance to fight into this one alone, clean up the entirety of FUT, put them down as we've seen him do so many times before. A couple of players waiting, and he has the chance to fight them. There's the first on the battle, but it isn't going to be happening this time. And a captain takes him out, but he has made space for the rest of the team. Just going to be getting that plant, even farming up the extra orbs for the next round. It is methodical from EG, making sure that no stone is left unturned before they get themselves into this next.
There you go. Orbital Strike now online for EG. That'll be used in the next round. And for this, well, FUT certainly want to go for it. They've got the economy to throw away. They've got 2 rifles retrieved. Earlier on, this was a Stinger and a Sheriff. So with these upgrades, they look to charge forward, see what damage they can deal, and right away it's Jogamo falling. Late flank from Com. It's going to take quite a while. The plant spot not for it. Molly over already, and that orbital strike might be needed to close out this round, especially if the kills keep going this way. The swing through, and yeah, look, it's being set up. They're going to cost them an ulti already, which, look, it's better than it looked like it could be for this squad. They've even dropped Boostio on the way back out. The time ultimately too far gone, but the damage considerable.
Like there hasn't really been much else so far for FUT. They were put down very early in this round by some of the cleanest shots you're ever going to see.
Oh, the crowd's a little... Yeah, certainly not in that last round.
Let's play.
And maybe not in this one. But Tour de Force online and looking for some victims early on.
Yeah, this is a scary round. Already hyper-aggressive. Seekers have been thrown through. It looks like they're just executing directly off the back of it! In the air, dropped down from above! Death reigns onto FUT in this round. And with a Molotov burning them out, this round is already looking over. 2 players remain once again. Morge and Cracks in a similar position to what we saw in the last round. Do they even go for this? It looks like they're attempting it while hiding within. He actually survived.
Just about, yeah, 7 HP, but that might deter you from going for this any further. Even the Viper's pit down, well, it's online. It's not going to go down in this round, though. Not with that low of HP. Cracks has to open this one wide open for the squad, and he's caught Ethan. Okay, now there's an actual chance. They've seen the barrel in the corner. Demon 1 is down, and Calm miles away. They'll get this half before he even emerges around the corner. That's an easy kill onto the planter, just 1 HP. A fight now baited, but Calm, he is biding all the time they need.
So good at just switching up his position. You could see the players were watching back towards Hookah, expecting him to still be in that position. Exactly where you should expect him to be. But always repositioning, always playing the time. He's still have a purchase, some ults to play with, but just look at the sheer pace, just leading the way with the judge. It's got to be infuriating. Not the start that they were looking for, but they've at least got rid of him. I guess that's the silver lining. The man who's been causing so many issues is dead in this round. A lot of information garnered as well. The knife connecting onto multiple players. You can see the jump spot out towards long as well. Maybe spotting for any lurkers, any rotation back. But again, EG is what they love to do on the attack. Just pausing, stopping for a moment before re-aggressing.
It's the Tiger that gets them back out there to try and take some control. They've spotted Cracks. The Viper's pit, that's going to cut off, well, not fully cut off the spawn rotations, but certainly it's a big annoyance to them. And with the safety now around Lamps, it's a great spot to play from if they can get this spike planted. Now, that is a different task altogether, with FUT potentially having utility just like that to push them back. And they even have that showstopper later on if needed. 35 seconds. And again, they're waiting for a mistake to be made on the side of FUT. So far, that's not coming through. 30 seconds. They've got to move onto the site. Boostio can't get them the space they need. And now they look elsewhere, getting out through the teleporter and leaving the Viper's pit to fall. FUT will have a 4 versus 2 retake, but there's no way to deny this plant.
No, that's at least something. Viper's pit, of course, gone, expended on the other side, and this is definitely one of the best scenarios. Normally, Calm expected to be lurking back, but with no util, they're going to double up here. Know that they're a little closer around these angles and just lurker missed a fall, and it should be for free. Somehow Calm still managing to find one, looking for a little bit more, and they may have been low on health, but FUT will live to fight another day. Defusal coming through.
Peek it in a way where you just don't line up. I like to see that. Oh, I didn't see that for Jogamo. He's playing anti-flash on the way through.
I know, he jumped backwards to kill Mott.
It's a hiccup for EG. These kind of rounds are going to happen now. It's their real chance. Jogamo on the corner right away with the blast pack. They've denied them any B long control. They're going to just use the Tiger just in case somebody snuck back around that corner. And with that, they've got control over the orb, which is exactly what you want when Jogamo is 1 away from a showstopper. That's what I thought. But actually, they're just looking straight towards the site. Get that orb from a fight. Jogamo's being consistent with it so far. Boostio doing it for the first. But here's a showstopper on the other side. And low HP, Jogamo on 5. The nade has hunted him down.
Yeah, Demon 1's able to duck out of there, but the other players are left stuck around. Com's going to be spammed out through the wall as well. And now, well, we saw a crispy 3K earlier. He's going to need to find himself 50 seconds left. He's got time to play with, waiting for that Viper screen to fade. But there's still so much left to find. They know he's still around this angle. Looking to peek him all together.
Time to penny pinch. This is the round where they've got their showstopper. Can't see them committing it. See just how close that was to the double up, but yeah, well, the nade was there after the 2 kills. Only barely taking the lead going into Pearl, and, well, weren't able to close it out. You gotta hope it won't be the same story this time around. Pistols.
Same in this one as well. Take the lead from the pistol, instantly lose the second. They've
Right away.
had their hands ever so close to a map, but there's still a very real possibility that this could end up as a 2-0. We've already seen these sort of rounds work well for the side of EG, the SMGs. And the second, Jorgamo is actually going to use that showstopper, but denied immediately. The null command will remove the one real threat that was in this round, but there is still going to be that after plant.
That's the thing, you know, EG have been scary in these post plants. Even with pistols, you gotta give them a chance. Jorgamo not able to use his ultimate and will eventually go down. The rest of the squad now, you've got to wonder what else do they have. And I really didn't think we'd see that committed right now. The orbital strike and the showstopper used in a round they didn't fully invest into rifles for. They've got a molly for the post plant. Mr. Fallen goes down, he didn't get it half. That's a key detail because now FUT gonna really feel the pressure of that clock. Up close, Krax is dealt with. Another for Boostio, the same molly. And a snake bite down makes it so easy. They've done it.
The delay time was perfect. The Molotov, the orbital strike, you had the snake bites, the orb, everything combined. This was the chance for them to finally get themselves back close to their opponents. And now they're close to a 2-0 defeat. A shotgun, a Viper's Pit used.
That works.
And an operator for Kiwi, but this is still not a good spot for them to be in.
A round up against pistols to put you in this position once again, but not having to win out one round to push up to an overtime, stay neck and neck. No, no, no. Much, much worse than that. 3 in a row against a squad of EG. They've done it with pistols moments ago. A showstopper used, got them nothing. An orbital strike delayed a matter of seconds. And it didn't even come down to the time in the end. For EG, this is a promising position. Tiger through, clearing out all of this space, and well, they have, oh no! That shot to Kiwi! That might just have sealed their fate, because now they should go rotating, drifting towards that other side. Whoops!
Oh, it's amazing from Jorgamo! I don't know if you'll see a kill like that ever again! He blast packs a boombar and then spams him through the wall! That is ridiculous! And now, just leaving 2 players standing between them. Impressive stuff as they all wrap back around. The orbital strike to delay, but it's left all onto Adakap. Tier 1 man standing, and he...